Welcome to a couple of bunkies. For the last 3 months, I've been doing a shop update by insulating the basement workshop. I'm doing this in order to reduce the amount of noise that is heard throughout the house while I'm working. I used to use the beams in the ceiling in order to hold my clamps. Now that I have installed drywall on the ceiling, I can no longer do this, so I'm going to have to make a clamp rack that can attach to the wall. This is a pretty easy process, and it would make it a little bit easier if I had the dado stack on the saw stop. Basically, I start off with a 4x4, and I cut grooves into the 4x4 thick enough that the clamp can set inside. I'm having to make about 3 passes with the table saw in order to make the groove thick enough for my thickest clamp. I feel that we can expand upon this design if we wanted to by adding a second layer on top with perhaps a 6x6 or a 2x4 with a 4x4 attached to it, just by adding a 2-inch shim. This would give you 2 usable layers that you could store clamps. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more spots for expansion in the future. I had 2 clamps for my belt sander that had 2 round pegs that I felt that I could use a drill bit and a drill in order to make holes so I could attach it to this rack. I set this table saw up just a little shallow of 3.5 inches, and I sliced off the front and back of the rack so that no weight would be held by the teeth itself. I used a countersink and countersank a couple holes into the 4x4 so I can attach it to the wall later. Then I used a masonry bit and the countersink holes in order to drill a hole in the cement wall. I placed in a concrete anchor and attached the one side of the rack to the wall. Then did the same to the other side of the rack. Now I can attach all of the clamps onto this rack. The screws and the drywall anchors were not holding as well as I would have liked, so I decided to put in a heavy-duty masonry screw right in the middle of the rack. It may not be pretty, but it works. Thank you for watching this video. There's a lot of empty spaces on this clamp rack. I would like to fill it with brand new clamps. And the best way that you can help us is by subscribing to our channel, and help us grow by sharing our content.